This is really, really recent. One of my friends broke his arm. Okay, so he calls this bone doctor, the orthopedic doctor, and tells him about the situation. The doctor says, "All right, we'll help you out, but we are booked right now. Come after 1 year. Come after 1 year, we'll do your surgery." So this is, I mean, I don't understand. Like, if you are this doctor's office, how can you even realistically expect to make this message normal? Like, how does it even seem normal to you to tell a person that for 1 year you can be in pain and your arm will be dangling, but we don't have time right now, so just come back after 1 year? This is the problem in Canada. This is the system that we live in. And unfortunately, this is something that the world outside doesn't know. People know that we have a universal health system, and that means everything's free and it's a great system. But if you ask Canadians the truth about it, everybody in Canada knows about the delay times. Everybody knows this very common phrase that they won't help you unless you are dying. This is so true. So again, my channel is not a place where we talk about negative stuff. We talk about positivity and motivation. And that's why at the end of this video, I do have a good message. I do have something where all of this ties into a potential opportunity, something where we can benefit, where Canadians can benefit. But my job is also to spread awareness and probably or hopefully find a fix to this whole mess that is in this country. And today we're going to discuss that, starting with the very first reason, which I already mentioned, the health system. The health system in Canada is a huge problem. If you are in Canada and you go to an emergency, everybody knows this. Everybody knows how much people suffer here in emergency. So when you go to this emergency, obviously you're sick, you're in pain, and you want to get a quick fix, and it's emergency, so it should be fast. In many countries, in emergency, you go in right away. Maximum, you wait a few minutes, just a few minutes, never over an hour. That is not normal for any country, especially if it says emergency there. So Canadians know this, it's no big surprise, but if you're outside of Canada and watching this video, we have wait times minimum, any major city, minimum 6 hours. I used to live in Ontario for a while. I was waiting, whenever I went to emergencies there, I went a couple of times only, but both times I waited for 10 plus hours, 10 plus hours to get my turn. So what a lot of people do is they go at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. because they know it's not going to be busy then, but still, even if you go at that time, your minimum wait time is 6 to 7 hours, and this is all before COVID, okay? We don't know what things are going to be after COVID. But this is what was happening when COVID started. I told everybody, all my friends, that we can barely handle the normal patients. And what if we have a pandemic? Our system will shut down. That's exactly what happened. In Manitoba, I live in Manitoba. This province has 1.5 million people, I believe. And when we reach 90 ICU beds, they say on the news that we have reached 99% capacity. Does that mean we don't even have 100 ICU beds? I mean, that is absurd, right? And if you think about it, it's not just limited to the COVID scenarios. Right now, we're just a mess, okay? But every time you book an MRI, in Winnipeg, for example, we have maybe 6 or 7 major hospitals, and every major hospital has an MRI machine. If you, however, want to get an MRI done, an MRI scan, the minimum you wait is 6 months if you're lucky. Usually, I would say it's 8 months or so. So that's for MRI. Okay, I'm trying to get braces. All right, so I'm trying to put braces on my teeth. I have been after the dentist since January. Since January, okay? So there's a lot of stuff that goes on. So there's an appointment for a consultation, an appointment for there's so many procedures which are so useless, but okay, there's an appointment for the consultation, then for the photographs, then an examination, and so on. All right, fine. You know, I think this is just a way to make money for appointments, but if you are doing that, at least do it quick. But these appointments, they all happen with the gap of 2 months and 2 months, and finally everything is done now. You know, I'm always available, but even then, my appointment is at the end of September, actually. September 28th, I'll be wearing my braces. You guys will see me after that with braces on YouTube. But that's the delay. It's such a long delay, so many months. January to September just to get braces. I mean, why does it take so long? People in other countries get it done much faster. By the way, before that, I have a, what do you call it, extraction. I have a tooth extraction, And they said that they want consultation. They want to do consultation before the tooth extraction. I was like, consultation for what? Because it's just a tooth extraction. I'll just go in, extract my tooth, that's it. I did this because consultation will take 2 months to book. After consultation, it'll take another 2 months to have the tooth removed. But what they said is, okay, you know what, we know you're in a rush. We'll do it on the same day. So we'll do consultation on the same day and tooth removal right after. And I was again like, why do you need a consultation for tooth removal? It's a simple tooth removal. Anywhere else in the world you go, they go remove your tooth without consultation. But this is what I'm saying. There are so many interruptions on the way to get something done that it takes a long time. Okay, let's talk about furniture. All right, I tried, whenever you order furniture, you order anything here, it's so different. The standard is so different from the US. The US focuses on the same day shipping, that kind of model. Whenever you order something here, it comes to you after weeks, many weeks. It's usually a delay. I've had people who have ordered furniture, my friends, they moved to a home and they're getting furniture after 3 months, after 4 months. Like the delay is insane. So you're basically in a new home without any furniture. So I went to the store, ordered some furniture. As usual, there was a delay. They called me after a week and they said, you know, there's a change in shipment time. I'm like, is it faster or slower? They said, well, it's never likely that it's going to be faster. It's most likely going to be slow. And I thought at that time, this is so Canadian. This statement, it's not likely to be fast, but for sure it will be slow. This is the condition of almost every field you go in. You want to get a fence built, get some construction workers, wait 3 months. You want to get anything done, your car repairs, you want to get any consultation, you want to get your eyeglasses, anything you want, there will be a significant amount of delay. And that is the system, that is the way the government system is, that is the way private businesses are as well. But that also presents an opportunity, which again is something I'm going to discuss at the end. The second thing that is really annoying about Canada is the job market. We've seen immigrants always talk about this. Whenever people are planning to come to Canada, they always talk about Canada has no jobs. You hear it in a lot of discussion forums, and that is very true. People go to Australia, they find jobs. People go to the US, US has so many jobs. The US, which is our border, we rub off against the US in a very good way. Because of them, we get a lot of trade, we get a lot of economy boost. However, we don't copy the good things that the US does. In the US, the market is dynamic. It's so competitive. Right now, I heard as of July 2021, there are about 8 million jobs or 8 million vacancies that have to be filled. And people are getting referral bonuses. So if you refer a friend to come and work with us, we'll pay you a bonus. People are also incentivizing other people to join by giving them a hiring bonus. So if you join our company now as an employee, you get this hiring bonus. And that speaks to the amount of businesses that the US provides. It also shows how many openings you have. Like if you want a job today, you can get it the next hour in the US. But if you're in Canada, you will get it the next month or maybe 2 months later or maybe 6 months later. So especially in our city in Winnipeg, whenever our friends come from abroad and they're planning to have a career in Canada, we tell them, make sure you have 6 months of savings because there's a very good chance you will never get a job within 6 months. That's in Winnipeg. I know in bigger cities it's better, like Toronto, Vancouver, it's better. You can get an odd job within a week or 2 weeks, but you cannot get a good job for months. There's a problem of referrals here. So contrary to what many people think that in Canada, system is relatively fair, not really. In many jobs, you need a good referral. You need someone, some friend or family member to refer you so that you're heard. The reason for this again is because of the unemployment, there are thousands of resumes that are given to a recruiter for one job position. That's why the recruiter doesn't really look at everything. And if there's a better referral from a coworker or a colleague, they will take that referral as priority and all the resumes are ignored. When I was working in retail, I saw so many people coming up to the cashier with their resumes being dropped, and whether they were looked at or not, the problem is there are so many people running after jobs, and they don't even care at some point, they don't even care if it's a good job. They just want some job to be able to pay their bills, but they're not getting in. The jobs are just not available because the businesses are unavailable. There are very few businesses, and these businesses don't have much to offer, so the jobs are very limited as well. This is the other problem, not only in terms of being hired, but also in terms of being promoted. So my wife was working Canadian Tire. I think she got a raise after a year or 2 years, 25 cents per hour. Okay, so the raise is not much. It's very little, and that's again the case with many Canadian companies. Few cents per hour, unless you're in a different role, like you're a manager or a supervisor, etc. But otherwise, raises, promotions are very limited. Now, let's talk about problem number 3. Problem number 3 is satisfaction. So, is this a bad thing? Because satisfaction is a good thing, right? Like, that's the quality of a country. It offers you satisfaction. Yes, if you are one of those people who want to have a life from 9 to 5, 10 to 6, whatever, you want weekends off, and you have that kind of retiring mentality. I just want to retire in a good place and have just peace, no stress, no burden. Canada is actually a great place for that. But this is also a big problem for people who have ambitions. Okay, if you have ambitions, again, I want to repeat this. If you have ambitions, Canada is a terrible place to be in because, as I mentioned, you don't have the opportunity to advance in your careers. Job advancement, promotion is very slow, very limited. Raises are just insignificant, and opportunities are just not out there. With less businesses out there, there are less opportunities. If you don't believe me, think of the most genius people we've had. All the major celebrities. A lot of celebrities in Hollywood are from Canada. I'm not going to say Justin Bieber, we're not really proud of him, but a lot of people, Elon Musk went from Canada to the US. I think Dwayne Johnson as well. And just so many people who were in Canada who could have developed this country said that, we have ambition, but we're not getting anything out of this country, so let's go to the US, and that's where they really grew. So the problem of satisfaction is reflected when we look at businesses. All right, let's talk about my fencing guys. So I'm trying to get some fence built or some backyard work done. There are so many companies I call, and first of all, they're going to give me a quote, just a quote that's going to take a few minutes. They're going to give me that quote after weeks. And once we agree to the quote, once the actual construction is supposed to start, that's going to be after months. Okay, so what this is actually showing me is that these guys are way too busy. There are so many customers who are asking for their services and they just don't have enough staff. And that's why they are booked, which is why they are putting us on wait lists. So this happens with the construction industry, with the dentists, same thing with every business. And that's why all my 3 points are so correlated. There are more customers, less businesses, and that's why the wait times are horrendous. Okay, but that's where the satisfaction problem comes in. If anyone in the US sees this and they're ambitious people, they'll be like, you know what, my construction guys are taking a long time. It obviously shows there's a huge demand for construction or a huge demand for daycare, for example. Let me start my own construction business. Let me start my own daycare business. Let me open my dentist clinic. This comes as an opportunity. There is demand but no supply. Obviously, the rule of the free market is demand and supply they try to match each other. So obviously more people will try to get in business, provide the service, the customers are already there, the money's already there, but people don't want to do it. People don't want to invent businesses, don't want to solve problems. Obviously there's a big demand area, but nobody's up for the challenge to be an entrepreneur, to solve the problems, to provide services. All they want is, you know what, I'll wait a few months, let me just contact some other company, which is fine, not everybody can be a fence guy, I understand, but a lot of people can be. And that's where people, like in countries in the US, people see the potential. They say, all right, this is the area where there's a need, let me start a business, I'm gonna make this company and provide for my customers. And that's why the delay times are lesser in those countries. It balances out. But in Canada, people are just so satisfied, they don't want to try something different. They don't want to try anything new. This is another thing you notice with people when you go in foreign countries. Right now, you look at people from India, you look at people from China, people from Singapore. These guys right now have so much fire. You can see that in their eyes when they talk about their careers, their plans. They just want to do so much. They're so determined. When you look at people in Canada, once again, they're satisfied. There's no desire, there's no will to do anything extra. We just want to work 9 to 5 and stop everything at 5 o'clock. We don't want to do anything extra. And we want our 2 days off the weekend. And now they're trying to make it 3 days, actually. So instead of trying to find ways to work more and provide more, we're trying to work less. Okay, so this problem is not only with the general people. When I asked my fence guy the same question, I said, obviously you have a huge demand. Why don't you hire more people? He said, I'm happy with the way things are. This is another problem. People are just so satisfied. He said, I'm happy with the way things are. I don't want to do more. I'm satisfied. Obviously, this guy could earn millions based on the demand, but he is satisfied. The problem with his satisfaction is he's not growing his company, and that's why we don't have people who we can call. We have to be on wait lists to have some construction work done. This is just one example. And again, that's where satisfaction stops so many things from being developed. Those are my 3 points, and this is very sad to see. But again, this is why there is opportunity, and that's where we're going to talk about something positive to finish off this video. The opportunity, guys, is if you are ambitious and if you're in Canada, I'm not going to say go to the US. I'm not going to say go to the UK. If you want a quick path, you can. But obviously, you can see that there is a lot of area of development. There are businesses and there are people and demand. I should say businesses and demand. Demand is way more and the businesses are way less. That's why demand is so much more, and the extra burden is the wait list. What you guys can do as people who are creative and with ambition, you can build your businesses. You can build, for example, a construction company. You can build a dentist clinic. You can build a car shop. You can have a garage where you have mechanics who work for you. There is so much opportunity, and especially I think the busiest industry is daycare. Daycare is a simple industry to start, especially for people who want to do it. A lot of females want to do it, and that's a great area to develop your business in because customers in Canada are running around trying to find services, and people who are offering services have no time, have no ability to offer that. And that's where businesses in Canada can really grow if you develop them now. If you go to the US, if you go to other places, there is opportunity, but there's also tons of competition. So what I would suggest is try your best to have that business mentality and help people around you, people in Canada. We really need it. At the same time, businesses are really rewarding and they can help you. But not everybody wants to do a business, and that's where even in jobs, once you guys go in, especially if you're graduating and you're going to the job market, never be afraid of the Canadian job market. If you're an immigrant coming to Canada, don't be afraid of the Canadian job market because, as I mentioned, people here are just so satisfied that there is no urgency to do something. That's why there are, out of the 100 people in the office, only 5 people are really doing the extra stuff. 95 people, they just want to go home. They just want to relax. On the weekend, they want to go to the lake, and that's it. But if you are just one of those 5 people who works a little hard, who shows more passion, is a little more dedicated, you have so much more opportunity to get the next promotion and to be noticed. In other countries, there's more competition, but in Canada, show a little bit more dedication, show a little bit more hard work and spirit, and you can rise to the ranks very quickly. So that's where the benefit and opportunity is as well. As much as frustrating the system is, and just with any system, there are equally enough opportunities. And I think if we make a use of these opportunities and focus on them more, we will be able to develop much more and be a better place than, unfortunately, what we are right now. With all that being said, I still admire everything that Canada has. A lot of the other things, apart from the 3 factors, I mean, we have safety, we have security, we have people who are very nice, mostly, not every time, but they're very nice people with good manners, and we have a very good system overall. Unfortunately, these 3 things really do frustrate me about Canada. I would love to hear what you guys think. What are your thoughts as people who view Canada maybe from outside countries or people who are living here as Canadians? Let me know what your thoughts are. If you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comment section. Again, this is a quick video today, just a quick rant from my side, but this is again Sean. I'll talk to you very soon. Please subscribe if you like my content, and we'll talk soon. Take care.